Have you ever felt like your life is just filled with drama? Like you're stuck in relationship quicksand, desperately trying to explain yourself or seek forgiveness from people who just won't hear you? Or maybe you're busting your butt trying to impress everybody, meet unrealistic expectations, and win validation from others. If this sounds familiar, listen up. Today, we'll talk about 6 things you can quietly eliminate from your life to help you reduce anxiety, nurture inner peace, be more masculine, and live more freely. First up, stop explaining yourself to people who hurt you. I feel you on this one. We've all been there, stuck in a toxic relationship drama cyclone, desperately trying to make the other person understand where we're coming from. Maybe it's a friend who constantly lets you down but never apologizes, or a passive-aggressive coworker or family member who makes snide comments that sting. When people like this hurt us, it's so tempting to try to explain our side of things. We think if we just communicate clearly enough, or finally get them to see our perspective, then they'll say sorry and change. But let's be real. Has that ever actually worked? For most of us, the answer is probably no. See, some folks simply aren't capable of empathy and self-reflection. Our heartfelt explanations and accusations fall on deaf ears. Or worse, they twist our words, flip the script, and try to blame us instead. Attempting to justify ourselves to these people is an exercise in futility. It's like screaming into a void. Our energy goes in, but nothing productive comes back. This self-explanation impulse comes from a natural place. We all have a deep human need to feel seen, heard, and understood. But some people are so stuck in their own narrow reality that they can't meet this need. And constantly trying to convince them that our feelings are valid only drags us down. Slowly but surely, it erodes our self-esteem and saps our energy. Eventually, we end up burned out, bitter, and thinking, "This is pointless. They're never going to get it." When this realization finally hits, it can be freeing. We can choose to stop wasting our precious time and emotional bandwidth. We can decide that our peace of mind is more important than needing apologies or tit-for-tat score settling. It's not about letting people walk all over us. It's about recognizing where our efforts to explain ourselves are futile and redirecting that energy where it can make an impact. This isn't easy. In the moment when someone hurts or blames us, it feels totally justified to defend ourselves. I get it. But with practice, we can catch ourselves before launching into explanation mode. We can ask, is this person capable of understanding where I'm coming from? Or am I just spinning my wheels? If it's the latter, walk away and refuse to engage. Protect your light from their darkness. Distancing ourselves is not a sign of weakness, but of strength and self-worth. There are so many fulfilling relationships and pursuits where our energy is better spent. The less time we waste on fruitless self-explanations, the more we have for what truly matters. Does this always feel good in the moment? Of course not. I will be real with you, but it's well worth the practice. Next, choose inner growth over drama. When someone wrongs us, it's so tempting to clap back and retaliate. If they go low, we want to go even lower to prove a point or get revenge. In the heat of the moment, it feels justified and even righteous. But let's press pause and get real with ourselves. Does reacting in anger actually improve anything? Maybe you get a brief surge of satisfaction from your petty payback. But then what? The high fades, and you're often left feeling regretful and ashamed of sinking to their level. Meanwhile, all that time and mental energy spent stewing in anger and plotting revenge could have been channeled into something positive. Here's the thing. We always have a choice in how we respond to life's slights and conflicts. We can feed the drama beast until we're drained, or we can nourish our own growth. This isn't about taking abuse or letting people walk all over us. It's about recognizing that we have agency to redirect our reactions in a fulfilling direction. Growth requires reflection, courage, and discipline. When someone angers us, we first need to look within. What insecurities or fear is this situation triggering? Why does it make us feel threatened? By becoming aware of our inner landscape, we gain needed perspective. We can then make conscious choices aligned with our values instead of reacting impulsively. Maybe we speak up assertively but calmly without attacking back. We set boundaries without seeking to harm. Or perhaps we say nothing to the antagonist but do something positive for ourselves, like starting a workout routine to boost confidence, or taking a class to expand our skills. When we choose growth, we reclaim our power while starving the drama of oxygen. Our energy goes toward bettering ourselves rather than engaging in a fruitless back and forth. And here's the beauty. Over time, we often become living examples of the change we want to see. Others observe how we handle conflict maturely. They witness us blossoming into better versions of ourselves. And this unspoken influence can inspire those around us to grow as well. As Gandhi said, we must be the change we wish to see in the world. Another thing to eliminate: broadcasting all your plans and decisions. In the era of social media, it's become almost reflexive to broadcast everything we do. We post that #gym-life pic of our new exercise plan. We Instagram every step of our startup launch or diet makeover. This impulse comes from a natural place. We all want community and accountability as we work toward dreams, not to mention some vanity likes and shares. But be mindful of who sees your stuff, because not everyone has your best interests at heart. Some may try to sabotage or discourage what they feel threatened by. For example, say you confidently post about going back to school for a career change. A longtime frenemy sees this and starts flooding your DMs with doubts. This late in life, are you sure you can handle such a big change? Even well-meaning loved ones can inadvertently undermine our drive if they don't fully understand our vision. Their questioning comes from care, but still stings. Now, does this mean we should keep all plans secret and solo hustle in isolation? Not at all. Community is vital. But be selective about who you share goals with. Seek out those who want to see you win and will nurture the flame within you. Share judiciously and stay focused despite outside noise. Broadcasting plans also creates needless pressure. Now you feel like you must make this goal happen on a rigid timeline to prove yourself. But growth isn't linear. There will be progress and setbacks. Goals morph as we change and get clarity. Don't limit your options by declaring things prematurely. Instead, make moves subtly and thoughtfully. Picture a duck, calm and graceful, gliding above water, while below its legs are working vigorously. Channel this duck energy. Share your vision only with trusted confidants who have your back. Then chip away daily at goals without fixation on fanfare. What matters most is your inner clarity and conviction, not external validation through likes and comments. When negativity creeps in, pause and recenter yourself. Recall why this goal matters to you. Then realign your actions with your true north. Now for number 4, empathy over judgment. When someone wrongs you, it's easy to just write them off as a terrible human being. But try looking beyond the action to the underlying motive. But life is never that black and white. With empathy and curiosity, we can look beyond the action to understand motives and context. This lens of empathy doesn't excuse bad behavior, but it helps us respond thoughtfully rather than demonize others as monsters. For example, say a coworker throws you under the bus big time. They blame a team mistake on you in front of the boss, even though it wasn't your fault. Ouch. It's natural to feel angry and label them a conniving jerk. But what if we pressed pause and tried empathy instead? Maybe they're lashing out because they feel insecure in their role and threatened by anyone outshining them right now. They did a bad thing, but are not solely defined by it. Does this justify their action? Of course not. But it provides insight into their inner world, so we can address the situation maturely. We might have a transparent one-on-one call, share how the experience impacted us without attacking back, then listen to understand their perspective more, even if we disagree. From here, we can have an open dialogue and set mutual expectations moving forward. We build understanding, maybe surface their insecurities so we can reassure them rather than compete. When we lead with empathy, conflict becomes an opportunity for growth, not just pain. We gain wisdom into what makes people tick while keeping our hearts open. Choosing empathy over judgment also reduces suffering in the world. Hurting people often hurt more people. Compassion can break the cycle. Some may call this thinking too soft, but it requires tremendous inner strength. Reacting with empathy when people wrong us takes courage and discipline. It's a skill we can build through practice. The next time we're tested, we can try seeing through eyes of understanding first. With time, this lens will become second nature. Number 5, reject the need for endless external validation. You see, in today's social media world, the hunger for likes, followers, and fandom is relentless. We anxiously check notifications and count Instagram comments. Each sign of external recognition gives us a little hit of dopamine, numbing our inner unease. But over time, this roller coaster leaves us depleted and addicted. No matter how much praise or attention we get, it's never enough. Because the root emptiness comes from within, not from a lack of validation. No applause or accolades can fill the void or define our worth. The problem is, we've been conditioned to seek our sense of okayness outside rather than inside. So we constantly crave confirmation that we're enough. Here's the truth. The only validation that matters is self-validation. Do we believe in and trust ourselves regardless of others' opinions? This means catching and quieting the voice that says we need to be perfect to be worthy of love, respect, and belonging. Because the reality is, we're already enough. Flaws and all, we are complete beings worthy of nurturing our unique gifts and purpose. When we know this truth in our bones, we stop chasing validation like a drug. We can enjoy human praise without clinging to it. We feel lighter and freer. Our inner compass guides us rather than the fickle opinions of others. This isn't easy in a world constantly screaming that we need to prove our worth through likes, promotions, and image. Each time we choose self-care over people-pleasing, we chip away at old patterns until finally realizing our worth has always been inside us. We don't need the world's validation. Ours is the only voice that matters. And what a beautiful thing to know we already have everything we need within. Finally, let go of unrealistic expectations for yourself, others, and life. We all want the picture-perfect partner, kids, body, career, life. But this level of perfection just doesn't exist. Still, we chase the illusion, hoping that if we just strive hard enough, the ideal fantasy will become real. We'll get our Disney fairy tale ending. But this quest for perfection only leads to suffering, because nothing in life is perfect, nor should it be. The messy moments fuel growth, flaws reveal beauty, cracks let the light in. Without them, life would be dull and stagnant. Take relationships as an example. We often expect partners to fulfill every need perfectly, but no person can be our entire universe. When we grasp for a storybook romance, problems arise. Small faults loom large. We overlook the good to bemoan what's missing. The goal isn't perfect partners, but conscious love. With acceptance, we can embrace each other's humanity, thorns and all. We find beauty in working through struggles as equals invested in growth. Our bond deepens not just through passion, but patience, forgiveness, and compassion. Or consider expectations around achievement. We imagine once we reach that status milestone, VP title, bestseller list, salary figure, we'll be happy. In reality, nothing external can create lasting fulfillment, because success is ephemeral. For every win, there's another bar to meet. True achievers follow their inner spark with flexibility. They enjoy the process, not just the product. And when goals evolve, they fluidly redirect their efforts without clinging to expectations. In all areas, the key is self-acceptance and releasing attachment to idealized outcomes. This allows us to live in flow rather than constantly battling reality. We work toward dreams but also embrace imperfection, ours and life's. We recognize that fulfillment comes from within, from living authentically, not chasing elusive perfection. This doesn't mean abandoning positive change or standards, but we pursue growth for its own rewards, not to reach some flawless finish line. When we let go of unrealistic expectations, we lighten up and open up. We stop putting so much pressure on ourselves and can finally enjoy the ride, bumps and all. There you have it. 6 things you can quietly cut out of your life to reduce anxiety, nurture inner peace, and live more freely. I know making these changes isn't easy, but trust me, it's worth it. When you stop wasting energy on things that don't serve you, you'll experience new possibilities. So, reflect on how you can apply these ideas. Then take just one small step toward eliminating unnecessary drama and expectations from your world. I believe in you. If this video has also been helpful in any way, then like and hit the subscribe button and join this brotherhood. Don't forget to also hit the notification icon so you are made aware anytime I drop a new video. Until next time.